Was the Nintendo 64 the most fun console ever made, or are we just looking back through nostalgic goggles?
I would probably say yes. And the reason why is because I think the 64's games were built for like friends, like for people to play.
We might not have started off with the 64, but we were gonna end the night playing 64. You know what I'm saying?
So like 4 a.m.
Word.
Welcome to Nostalgia Chats podcast, where we take you to the past and present time. With the OG crew, we are your talk hosts, Danny.
Harry.
Carmelo.
Chad,
What's up, everyone? Today, we're talking about the legendary Nintendo 64, the console that gave us unforgettable memories, groundbreaking games, and some of the best multiplayer experiences of all time. From late night battles with friends and family to the games that changed gaming forever, we're diving into what made the Nintendo 64 so special and whether it deserves a spot among the greatest consoles ever made. Expect nostalgia, debates, laughs, and plenty of memories along the way. When you think about Nintendo 64, what's the very first game or memory that instantly comes to your mind, Harry?
Mine is that I remember how long ago I got it before Chad got his. That's my memory of that one. He used to just be begging me every day to come see it. Just look at it. Nah,
I was
Hey,
never
yo.
broke. I
Hey,
was
yo.
never broke.
He just
Can
wanted
I
to
just
look
feel
at
it?
what you
This is how we starting the first video one.
but what he wanted to look at, what he wanted to feel, bro. The 64.
The new system and stuff like that,
Oh,
because you know he had that old Super Nintendo. That shit was great in
You gotta
purple.
clarify.
This is sleek and black. So
I
that's
never
what he wanted. So
to
you know.
my house, just so y'all know.
No, you actually came to mine to see. I'm not gonna rag into yours. I don't like you like that. Nah, but what I think about is like exclusives that they got that nobody got, like Cruising the World and USA. Those were fun. They were like the arcade games, almost the ports. Playing split screen, 4-player racing. That was fun. You know, you could flip off the maps and shit like that.
Yeah, you
Do
could
the
get
wheelies.
get points to get better.
Yep.
What was it? You unlock stuff and get better attributes
Yeah.
in cars.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you could, like, if you run behind somebody, you could do a flip off of them if you double tap the gas button.
Yeah, certain
Stuff like
spots,
that.
even on curves, if you would hit the
Yeah.
double, you'd hit the boost and then he would jump off the side of the wall. That game was crazy.
It does the wheelie and then it goes on the side of two wheels
Yep.
and stuff like that. Yeah, so I remember that and having fun late nights with the mini games of the Pokemon Stadium games.
Yeah,
That was fun. Well, it still is, but yeah, it was fun those nights. And I remember, like, the 64, it was weird because they stood on the cartridge and everybody thought they was going to go to CD, but they didn't. They dragged out the cartridge thing a little too long because, yeah, like, the cartridges didn't load, but the CDs did. But I'd rather take, the graphics at the time, and what is it? The sound was even better. It was like a CD quality sound because, the Sega Saturn and the Sony PlayStation were on disc, and Nintendo was like, we're going to still do this cartridge thing, even though it's more expensive and it's less cheaper to print it on the disc, the games. So yeah, that's why pretty much we'll get to the games later on. And like, what's you, Chad? What's one memory you had with the Nintendo 64?
so when Danny asked it, he said it wasn't the most fun system, and I would probably say yes. And the reason why is because I think the 64's games were built for like friends, like for people to play. Whether it be, I mean, of course, I would say like the wrestling games, number one. And I could be throwing this out there. I mean, was Smash Brothers on that, or was that like the GameCube?
It was the
It
first
was.
one.
Yeah.
It was. See, so it was like those types of games where you could be at your friend's house playing them all night. So I would say for me, those, especially in like that prime age, because we were all like in our like teens, like, so I think in that period, I would definitely say like it was probably the most fun system. And I know Harry said that, oh, we're gonna get into games later, but I gotta say this too. Mario 64, I think, really changed the game, and Zelda Ocarina of Time. So I would definitely say like, and those two games were super long too.
You go from Super Mario World to see Mario 64.
Yeah, in that
That's a
like,
big difference.
Like
dude,
open world.
yeah,
Yep.
open world, and like you said, like to be able to run around that way, and it was like you said, a straight open world game, not
Yeah.
even linear. So yeah, it was crazy.
Before you keep going on, before you even get to play the game for Mario 64, the menu screen when you get to pull his face, his
Yeah.
animation
Yeah,
off the bat.
yeah. So that and Ocarina of Time, and salute to the remake that's coming out. But Ocarina of Time is up there, probably one of the best Zelda
That game
games.
still holds up today.
Yeah, you could
You
throw
can
that
still play
joint
it
on
today.
now. You could throw that joint on now and have a good time.
It still is
like-
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in terms of Danny's question, I would definitely say if you ask me what's the most fun system, definitely the 64 was the most fun system. What about you, Mel? How do you feel about it?
I mean, so like to start off the 64, it was already, it was meant for that. It had 4 ports already, so you could play with a group of people. The other thing that stuck out for me when you first got the 64 was the control. Like the control was like there was nothing like that with the
It
joystick.
was the weirdest looking one
It
compared
was.
to everything else.
Yeah, and then it had a control pad at the same time. So the 64 control was not good for like fighting games, but like games like if you was to play sports, I remember I think it was VR Soccer or a FIFA game that first came out for 64. It was like the way you would move and everything was pretty cool with the joystick. I remember that being a good one, but at the same time, I remember playing games so much that little joystick would give me like blisters on my thumb from playing it so much because it was so
plastic
uncomfortable.
with no
Yeah,
grip.
because it was so uncomfortable. Then playing the wrestling games to kick out, hitting all the buttons. You remember how we used to get blisters on our thumbs
Yeah.
from the constant rubbing
From
on the
mashing.
buttons? Yep. So yeah, so definitely I would say the 64 was like a system meant for
It felt like a
playing in
party
a group.
game system.
It was.
Yeah,
Like
it
a
did
meetup
have
system.
yeah, because even a game like 007, which you could play it by yourself, but it's way funner if you're playing with 4 people. But it did have like its single players like the Mario and Banjo Kazooie, and there's a lot of them that if we're not gonna get into games now, but it did have some good single player games. But I think its best feature was the whole get together and play with people.
It's a system we got together the most to play
Yeah. It was by
compared to all the
far.
other ones. The
Yeah,
other
by
ones you
far.
needed like one friend over to your house and that's it. But this is the one that you had multiple friends over in the house to play all together.
Yeah, and for it to have 4 people, it was moving pretty like it used to move pretty
Yes.
smooth. And Mello brought up that controller. I was like surprised at how comfortable like I was playing with that controller because you right, Harry. It used to look crazy. Like you would not think it would be comfortable.
It's not the
playing with
traditional way that you hold it like
Yeah.
from end to end.
that. Yeah,
Plus, it's the only controller that you can hold it 2 different ways. Depending on the
Yes.
game you're playing, is the way that you're gonna hold it.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but it wasn't a fighting game because I can't remember what game I tried that I
Yeah.
was like, this just feels like the
We played
C
NFL.
buttons.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
played
you ain't
NFL
playing
Blitz.
Street Fighter in there. You're not playing Street Fighter. You're not
No,
playing
no.
Mortal Kombat or none of those. Even though I
They
think they
do
came
have
out.
they
have
have
they
Mortal
They have
Kombat,
almost
but
all the
But
no.
so real quick, Carmelo, you mentioned about the controller, and it was like that. But it was at the beginning, it was a little bit hard to get used to, especially because it had the C buttons on there also, and then it had the Z in the back that was right behind.
Yeah, it was the first one to have a
joystick.
back button. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah,
yeah,
That,
and it
you
was
know, that
pretty.
back
Yeah,
message.
that's what I was gonna say.
That
It
was
was
cool.
comfortable to shoot. Yeah, because a lot of the games have it R, right? That you gotta press R. to
Yeah.
shoot.
Now, yeah, the back R or something like that.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna jump right into me. So, my memory of it is also multiplayers for like playing with you guys, but it was like especially Mario Kart 64. Like you playing and then you're just going after the shortcuts. You don't care how many tries it takes you, but once you get to that rainbow stage and you get the shortcut, you already, no matter if you failed it 3 or 4 times, you're still in front of the people that didn't take it.
By the way, that's my favorite Mario Kart game of all time. Still, is
Or
that one.
the Wario stage where you just jump over.
yeah, you just jump.
Yeah,
over.
you
Oh
jump
yes,
over.
that was like on dirt, like a derby.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
Yeah, the other one is like Chad mentioned, the Ocarina of Time. I think that's the best Zelda game I ever played. I'm so glad that they remaking it again because they kind of did it for the 64. They just spruced it up, but now it's like a total. If it looks how the trailer was, and that wasn't like their like in-game video of it or whatever, and lets you play, then it looks like it's gonna be an amazing rebuild to it.
I don't
All
think
right.
it's gonna look like Breath of the Wild or
I
those
don't
games.
think
I
so
think it's an
either.
all new engine and stuff.
I think so
All right,
too.
so it's when you say remake, is it gonna be like a revamp or is it gonna be like
No,
Final Fantasy where
no,
it's
yeah,
like
it's like Final Fantasy where it's redone
Ground
from
up.
top to bottom, from ground
wow?
up.
Yeah,
I'm
because
gonna
Um,
I
be
don't
real. I
did
don't
you
like
catch
what
the
they did with
trailer?
Final
Did you see the
Fantasy.
trailer, Carmelo?
know because I was gonna watch it, but I was like, if this is just one of these,
No,
we
watch
just
it.
gonna
Yo,
sharpen
It
it
it,
up.
shows you what it's gonna look like.
All right.
Wait,
I'm
wait,
gonna
wait,
be
wait.
real.
Chat.
I
Why
hope they
don't you
don't
like
do
about
it.
Final Fantasy, the
The
remake?
one,
I don't like it
Yeah,
either.
the
honestly, I
last
think
three.
they were doing too much, man. I like the upgraded graphics, but and I'm sorry for just going on a tangent about this, but I like that it used to be turn based. I hate the open world
It feels
aspect
like an
to it.
action game.
Yeah, it's like lost that
I,
RPG feel to it, bro,
I'm
and
gonna tell
I
you
don't
something.
like that.
This when I played it, it feels like a totally different game.
That's what I'm
It does.
saying.
Like everything is too different. They added too much stuff to it.
And another thing too that I hate that they did was they stretch. I feel like it was really a money grab because I think they stretched it out to 3 games, and these games are taking 2 to 3 years to come out, and you
They added
lose
stuff that
interest.
wasn't even there.
Yeah, it's
Yes,
just like I hate what they did with that, man. When it first got announced, I was excited,
but then it took
but
like 6 years for it to come
yeah,
out.
and it's like I'm not even
We
excited for
was
the
like, is it
third.
even gonna come out?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not even excited for the third one. But really quick too, I'm sorry, I'm just gonna go into these
Nah,
games.
fuck that.
Yeah, fuck it. You really realize like the color and like the vibrant colors that the 64 games had. By the way, y'all are talking about these games. Carmelo, you brought up Banjo, Conker's another really good one. That
Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Donkey Kong 64 changed it too, and you really forget
That came in a yellow cartridge too.
yo, you really forget how great those games were. Bomberman was another game they had that I loved. Mario Tennis, wasn't Mario Tennis on that too?
Yeah, and the golf one too. They were pretty good.
No, like they had like some heat for the 64.
And Mario Party started there too.
Exactly. So, and these are all like titles that that they are so good that they're still expanding now. So, they did their thing back then, man. That was definitely a revolutionary system. 64
That-
did their thing.
That's also when they started losing a little bit of their third party to Sony. They didn't have no Final Fantasy either. They were supposed to make 7 for the 64, but they quit and they jumped to Sony's
Yeah,
because of the issue that I spoke about earlier.
And when 64 came out, that was at the height of like when PS1 was out, and then you had both of them competing, so they were both throwing out good games. It was a good time to be
Yeah.
alive.
no, I was, especially to be a gamer, because
Yeah.
It actually came out in '96 too for $200, which isn't bad.
What year did the
For the
PS1
time.
come out?
95,
really
like late
quick,
'95.
let me take this opportunity to kick Steve's back in at Universal, because we were talking highly about him a couple episodes ago, and that's still my guy. But when I wanted the 64, I asked my mom to get it for me for Christmas. The only place that still had it was Universal. Steve charged her an additional $164. Y'all don't know what I had to hear to go to that I had to get that system. Salute to my guy Steve, but yeah, man, you did my mom dirty, man. But you know, it's all business.
But you cool though.
It's all good, man. It was business. It's okay.
I'm surprised. Well, we haven't mentioned games and stuff like that, but
We definitely just did. But go ahead, Danny.
By the
No.
way, you launched with 2 games.
we were keeping it to the first one. But I'm gonna jump off on the games right now. So they had like Perfect Dark was also on there
Perfect Dark, yeah.
right after GoldenEye. By the way,
Which is like the
GoldenEye
sequel.
is like what made everybody. Well,
That's true, Danny. GoldenEye is what did it.
well, the console people, I would say, what made people fall into love into shooters.
That's true. That's really one of the first ones, right? That was really like
That one
like,
and
so
Doom.
Because we played
First
Doom
person
before
shooter.
that. We played
Doom, that one
before
and
that.
Doom.
yeah.
Yeah, but you couldn't play multiplayer with Doom.
No,
GoldenEye
definitely.
was kind of was the first one that you had
Yes.
your friends over, you were playing, and it was like the shooter type, and
Shooters,
it had
yeah.
all the different types of modes, and then you had you played the Golden Gun, which was one
Slaps
hit kill,
only.
or
Yeah.
slaps only.
Yeah.
That's
Well, my
awesome.
our job. Woo, woo.
Yeah, our job.
Racing to it.
Trevelyan.
Before you go, one game I'm gonna mention that goes a little bit under the radar that was fun to play was Rave
Superman?
Race 64. No, that
Was
shit was
what?
trash.
Wave Race.
What'd you say, Danny?
Wave Race 64.
I remember
that-
Wave
yeah.
Race.
That's like Gen Moto. It sounded like Gen Moto with the Rumble Pack.
Had the Rumble Pack.
Yeah,
They were
yeah.
too
Oh,
broke to get that. I had that though.
yo, but let's not forget, 64 also had a lot of bad games.
They did.
Yes.
Like Turok.
I
True,
didn't
right?
play
Yeah.
that.
Nah, Wilson, here's this. Nah, Wilson, that's the best game
Nah,
ever.
nah, that game was trash, bro. She's like, you need your expansion pack. It won't start up.
The expansion pack gave
No.
it 4 more MBs of memory.
Throw
Yeah, that was
some
the first
bad
game.
games out there. I really don't know of any really. Maybe I was just like fixated.
Yeah,
That's because
I
we
can
got
tell-
the first party games mostly.
I could tell you
Yes.
one that you mentioned.
Superman
Did
was
you already
bad.
mention? Yeah, Donkey
Superman.
Kong 64 was bad.
All right, Danny, hang up. Bro, that's one of the best Donkey Kong. That's like that game was amazing.
It's not better than Donkey Kong Country. I'm sorry, it's not though.
It's not. It's not. I agree with that. Donkey Kong Country was definitely.
It was. We thought it was gonna be something like that, and then when we popped it in, it's like, wait, is this shit like a fake Super Mario 64? And I think that's what kind of threw us off a bit from it.
Donkey Kong Country was really good. You're right about it.
Yeah, Cranky Kong.
Yeah, they did. They said he was based on you, Harry.
Nah.
But yeah, actually, no, I'll give y'all that. It definitely wasn't better than Donkey Kong. But tennis, Mario Kart, I think was like really started that. But then again,
Yo, that was a big jump too for Mario Kart. Did you ever play the Super Nintendo one compared to the 64 one?
Yeah.
That
But that 64
crazy.
one still holds up now, like you were saying.
Yeah, I like it.
Man. You can still throw that joint
yeah.
on now.
Yep.
Well, what I'm also excited to see is the rebuild of Star Fox 64.
Star Fox, one of my favorite games. That one's
Star
like
Fox was
the best
Because
one.
the way that they showing it looks extra, and I think they're throwing a few more extra things in there. I don't think it's going to be a 1-to-1 to it.
That,
I think it's
yo, that's the game that came with the Rumble Pack.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, yo, they are doing
box.
a remake of GoldenEye too, right? I feel like, am I bugging out?
That's the new James Bond game that came out, but that's not the remake, no.
But they aren't. I thought they were doing a new remake to GoldenEye 007.
Yeah,
yo, it had come out already, and then it was with Daniel Craig in it. It was with Daniel Craig in it. That it was the same stage and stuff, but it was just him doing it.
I believe Pierce Bronson.
Yo, but when you play GoldenEye and watch the movie, it's almost just like the movie. The music and everything. The same scenes from the movie happen in the game too.
Yeah,
which you know, most movie tie-in games don't do stuff like that.
Yeah,
that's one of the best movie adaptation games. I think. In my opinion.
I agree.
It was like 1-for-1.
Yeah, when you're playing the game and then you have to do certain stuff that the movie was doing.
Yeah. It was fun too. That game was super fun, man.
Yeah. I forgot to mention No Diddy Kong.
Yeah,
said No Diddy
Kong. Come on, man.
But no Diddy. I'm about to call it again. Diddy Kong was okay. I played it like once or twice. I remember Terrence rented it too. It wasn't all that. It wasn't better than Mario Kart.
Nah, it wasn't.
It wasn't because you had little planes and stuff like that. Carmelo, you played that? To me,
my memories are more like when I think 64 is always the wrestling games that kind of burned all the time. Like you got Revenge, WrestleMania, and No Mercy.
Yeah.
With
Revenge started it for us though. Revenge started for us.
Yeah.
Even though we know it's not the first game of that engine, which is World Tour, I think.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, that's true. Yep. I hadn't played that one until Revenge got really popular.
Yep.
Then that's
you didn't like Thunder?
Nah, that was a PlayStation. Powerball. What game I traded you for? I forgot what game I traded you for.
Yeah, I forgot too. But I still have it though.
Nah, Revenge was solid. And back then I didn't even really watch WCW as much as I like WWF, but of course like I knew like the Hogans and like Kevin Nash and Scott Halls and people like that, but that game was so good that
it's the gameplay, everything.
It introduced me to like so many.
It didn't even have the real themes in it. It did not have the themes of the wrestlers, but it didn't need to. No commentary, no nothing.
Yeah, but the controls were fun, and like you said, before your friends playing, that shit was lit.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, and it had blood. Like if you hit him with the chair shot, they'll be bleeding.
Yeah. Make him bleed. Make him bleed.
Make him bleed. Yeah, and the feel, right? Like every time you make a move, you feel it, like the response time and everything. There was so much stuff in that game, in those games that's like, you know what I mean? Like everything was on point.
It's like there was no flaws with it, in my opinion. Those wrestling games have no flaws.
Yeah, did it feel mechanicky? Like when you play like Warzone, that they stiff,
like tanky like and stuff.
Yep.
By the way, I played Warzone the other day to get the footage for Danny.
Bullet.
Jesus Christ, he got up and did the Omni, you get it, Omni.
the uppercut. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
like,
the Rock had the kick, like the scissor kick when you get
yeah,
up.
but yeah. I forgot to mention, what was it? The Ocarina of Time, but it's
The
Majora's
Majora's
Mask.
Mask.
Yeah, that one's a
I,
little
I,
harder to
I
play
didn't
too.
like that one because of the shift in
The
time.
time?
Yep.
That you
Yeah, I
could
didn't
lose.
really like that one either, man. I think, especially like compared to Ocarina of Time, like I was like,
'Cause you could
everything
take
in
your
that
time and
game,
explore.
When
and everything in that game was epic, bro.
when
Everything.
Ocarina of Time came out, it was like it revolutionized everything. It
It
was like
did.
a Final Fantasy VII. It was kind of like
Yo,
that.
It really
equivalent.
that was
was.
a perfect storm because we had Final Fantasy VII that year, like Gran Turismo, all that stuff, all these systems coming out at the same time. It was a perfect storm in video games. Yo,
Yep.
we had a lot to play.
And Ocarina had that you could ride the horse.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah.
It had the little mini games in there that you can shoot your bow to hit the in the mini game to hit the
The
targets.
Yeah. They definitely had Richard in that game. You're right about that, Danny.
It came in a gold cartridge too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But just like you said, just the fact that you could be a kid, be an adult, like the music in that game, the gameplay, the story, everything in that game was just epic. So yeah,
I was playing it not so long ago. Yeah.
He said, "Listen,
Yeah. That's the fairy talking
Listen,
to him.
yeah,
Yeah.
the fairy,
listen.
listen,
It is mad annoying.
Yeah.
listen." So you can press triangle up or something.
Yeah.
I forgot what it was.
All right. So before we get into the games real quick, if you're enjoying this episode, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. We're trying to reach 50 subscribers by the end of the year, and every sub helps us grow and keep making these episodes for you guys. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm trying to take a vacation, man.
Hey, listen, we're gonna set up a Patreon too. All right, man? Send us some bread, man. All right?
Early retirement Patreon.
Yeah,
But
man,
I'll put it
send
into
us-
my account.
Yes. See.
All right.
See?
So before you guys start
These guys
mentioning
trust me.
your games off, your top games. Here's
But-
the tough question. If you could only keep one Nintendo 64 game forever and never play another Nintendo 64 game, what game are you choosing?
Am I playing alone or with somebody? Because I'm not choosing the wrestling by myself.
I'll be honest. If it's me, it's gonna be Ocarina of Time.
Yeah,
I feel like that's
because you can
just
spend
it.
hours playing that.
Hours, bro. Like you.
I choose
like,
that over Mario 64.
Me too. And Mario
Yeah,
64
yeah,
was
it was
really close too.
I was about to say Mario 64.
Yeah,
it has
I'm
so
not
many
choosing
boards.
no multiplayer game.
Yeah, but Ocarina of Time is like that game, man. It was actually game changing. So I would say that.
Do you remember it launched only with 2 games? Which is
What were
crazy.
they? Was it
Mario
Mario?
64 and Pilot Wings. That's it. For months.
Wow. But it's crazy because you could be stuck playing Mario for months. That game was super
Forever.
long too.
Well,
yeah,
back
that
then you
game-
didn't play that many games at the
It
same
took
time.
you months just to get the stars.
Yeah, that game was long, man. And you could swim in that game. You could do so much stuff in that game, man.
Don't talk about the water temple though.
Yeah.
Where you always gotta pause it to take off those iron boots
Yeah.
and then put them back on with the
When
menu.
you sync. Yeah.
Yeah.
But those games always had, that was the good thing about them. Like they like little puzzles. That's why I always like Zelda. Like you had to kind of like, you get an item, you don't know where you're gonna use it, but you need it.
Yeah.
And it's weird too, because like those games are really like simple. And granted, like the newer Zeldas that come out, what's the name of those?
Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the
something like that?
Wild. Yeah. A lot of times too, I just feel like they just doing too much in those games. They do give you a lot because like in this one now, the weapon breaks. You gotta cook to eat. It's like all these different things you gotta do.
They try to
get
be
it.
more like
Yeah, like recipes and shit. Yeah.
Yeah,
they
like, I
trying to
get
be
it.
like a different type of game, like The Witcher.
Yeah,
Something
it's like,
that.
bro, just give me the Master
Yeah,
Sword. Like
he's-
now these things is breaking and all this stuff. And I get it, like it does make you a little more like you're more engulfed in the world, but like, sometimes
They added
it could just
RPG
be
elements
doing
kind
too
of
much.
to
Yeah,
it.
it could just be doing too much.
Yeah, I feel the Breath of the Wild, the worlds are more emptier.
Yeah.
That's my problem with those games, in my opinion. Like you just for miles and there's nothing going on.
Yeah, there's a lot of nothing. You're
It
right.
feels kind of
Yeah.
it feels kind of empty compared to the old ones. They feel more alive.
You guys know what other game was fun to play that we played also? Was Pokemon Stadium.
Yeah.
We didn't even play the battling each other. We tried it a few times, but that wasn't it. It was the mini games.
Yeah. And
Oh.
battling each other.
We
Yeah.
played what's the one that digs, the Diglett or something like that.
Diglett, yeah.
Yeah,
I
or
used to
the
call
Sandshrew.
Onyx.
Is it Onyx?
Which one is the one with the pendulum that's swinging back and forth? The
The
Kazam,
hypnosis
what's his
one,
name?
Alakazam.
Yeah,
No, no, yeah.
Alakazam.
Kadabra.
Kadabra, there you go.
Nah, they had the one with Ratatat, the mouse where you just mashing on it.
It's a rat attack.
Yeah.
And the one with the Pikachu, with the Volt,
Yeah.
and I don't know. And then they had the second one that they had Scyther cutting the pieces of logs when they drop it.
The other one that they had was, I think you mentioned it, Chad, Mario Party, which was the first one, which came out February of '99. It's a long time ago.
Yeah. And
The
it's still
millennium.
going strong now, man.
When people
Yeah.
were worried about the millennium.
It's a Y2K.
Then my
Everybody
computer
went-
froze that night. Axel Swipe.
Everybody
Yeah,
had everybody's fridges was well stocked that night.
Everybody was checking their computers at 12 o'clock midnight to see.
Yo, what was it? The 64 we used to play NFL Blitz.
Yeah, but it was
Yeah.
out for a lot of systems. But yeah,
It was,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yo, Blitz was fun though. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, it was. And even
It's
for
kinda
people that
like-
didn't even like football.
That's like the
it was
NBA
fun.
Jam of fucking football.
Yeah.
But real quick, so the 64, when they used to do this, was the 64 first came out in June 23rd of 96
That's the Japanese one though.
in North America, yeah. And then in September 29 of 1996,
here.
Europe got it.
No, we got it September 29th.
Yeah. And then Europe got it March 1st of 97.
Damn.
They used to break it up.
They
I
don't
like
do
it
that
how
stuff no
now
more.
they
No, they
yeah,
don't.
I love it how now they just release
Give
it
it to
all at once.
everybody. Yeah.
Yo,
They break
like when the
down
PS2 came
wide.
out, the Japanese got it like almost a year before we did.
well, hell yeah, because that's where they make it.
Yeah, but now it's like everything gets it all at the same time.
Yeah. Which I like a lot better too.
Yeah, and they only sold about 32 million units, and they only had 388 games.
Yeah, they do have the lowest count of games released on a system.
Really? How soon?
Yeah,
what was the
64.
next system that came out? GameCube?
Yeah,
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 GameCube was
How
a little
fast did
down
it come
too.
out? How
Yeah,
fast did it
okay,
come out
so-
after that?
so the Nintendo
2001, I think.
discontinued it. It got discontinued in 2002, and then
But
the
the GameCube-
GameCube came out.
In 2002?
Yeah, but no, it came out 2001.
That's like a pretty short life cycle for a system then. That's probably why, man. That's like pretty short.
Yeah, I think we kept it alive more than what they did.
No, because
No.
remember, once a new system comes out, that doesn't mean they stop making games for that system right away. Like when the 64 came out, other games came out for the Super Nintendo
yeah, you still had games coming out
on the last year. Yep. Yeah, it came out September 14th, 2001. Holy shit. 3 days after 9/11. Just gonna leave it there. They said release it anyway. Release it anyway.
Yeah, they did.
He said,
That'll be
should we
fine.
hold back or not? Nah, just release it. That's the same year Xbox came out too.
Yeah, that is
By-
crazy.
by the way,
with Hollow.
This is not an
Yep.
Xbox episode, but they re-released the Xbox, the green see-through
The clear,
one
yeah.
for the Series X, as
Oh.
when the first one came out,
The
like
20
the Halo edition one, like there was like
Oh.
Halo type
the anniversary one?
anniversary. Yeah,
Or they released the one today?
no, but they're gonna release it.
Oh, okay.
They already showed it.
Yeah, I'm
they
not
did
getting
show
it. Nah.
Yeah, I'm not getting it either. Trust
I'm
me.
thinking about just getting in, just
Alright.
putting it on the shelf
Yeah, I'm
right
sorry to
next
hear
to
that,
the other one.
Danny. How much is it gonna be?
Getting that shit.
Probably the same price, like 5 something, probably.
They could keep it
Yeah,
for 5 cents.
All right, so
Wilson got it though.
yeah, he gets everything, bro.
So to start off, I'm gonna mention my top games for it. I didn't play that many games on it because at the time we had all
The PS1.
consoles. I think I was already working around that time already, and we had the PS1, we had the 64, and then Harry, you got the Saturn when it came out, and then the GameCube we got a little bit later on. It
Then
took
you
us a
talk-
while,
Then the Dreamcast too, right?
and then the
Yeah,
Xbox.
the Dreamcast.
We got on the Xbox.
The
And then it
Dreamcast, like a year or two after that, came out in
Yeah,
99.
but I would say Ocarina.
Nah,
I'm not too big of a fan of Majora's Mask
Back
because
then.
I kind of hate the time limit that you're timed.
Yeah,
It kind of threw me off, but I still like it like that. I do put the wrestling games over like Mario 64 and stuff like that,
easy.
just because they were so good to me and I was so good in the game also.
You sure, Danny? Because you played a couple weeks. You played like a couple of months ago. at
Yeah, and
Wilson's.
I didn't lose.
Nah, you sure? I
So
thought
tell me
you
when was
getting-
it that I lost?
I thought you was getting cooked up at Wilson's house.
I don't know. I never got the L to begin with.
Oh, all right. I know you was one that cut.
I was
that
doing the
was
Stone
kicked
Cold shoulder shit.
Yeah, you was. You was cheating.
Shit's kind of harder.
Yeah.
Carmelo used to just throw people out so he could cheer.
Hey, bro, be like, yo, he's red. Yo, come over
Like,
here.
pick him
yo.
up. Like, pick him up.
So his thing is
double
blue. His thing is purple.
Yo, it showed you
I'm
how
not
to.
done yet.
Yo, but those games showed you about teamwork, bro. Because if you would, the better you
Like,
work.
hold
with
him
the
for
other
me.
person,
Hold him. Hold him.
Yeah.
Hold him for me. Like, hold him.
Yeah.
My fault, Daddy. Go ahead.
Nah, so yeah, we got so good at that game that we turned off road breaks.
You remember
Like,
the
fuck
Yeah.
it, like
Road
yo,
breaks.
we never gonna lose then. Nobody's gonna be a winner.
Yo,
So we
I
had
let
to
you
turn
in.
off
I
road
let you
break.
in on a secret. In Revenge, if you're getting pinned, you can hit the joystick and it'll break the pin and the submission too.
Yeah.
But
And the
it-
kick out.
yeah, and the kick out. But if you're like, if they've been beating you the whole game, it does have a limit. It's not like
Yeah.
gonna work all the time.
He will give up.
You can
Yeah,
make
he
him
will
tap.
eventually.
You can
That's
make
why
him
we
tap.
started doing the submissions. Yeah,
The
That's why we
sleepers.
started the submissions.
He said the
He
torture
said
rack.
no road break, no road break.
Yeah, no road break. Fuck
He did the
that.
torture rack to Elizabeth and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Damn.
would say
That's crazy.
the other one will be Cruising USA because I always have to have a racer in there.
Sorry.
That was fun. Also, we spent a lot of hours on that game.
The music in that game and the graphics was good.
Yeah.
And like, yo, no bumping behind. Like, don't bump me.
Yo, we'll see to get tired when you bump him and he just flips.
But yeah, I'd say those would be my top ones. And with I say wave races like at the bottom with just being as fun as playing with your friends and stuff like that. And like when you're hitting the waves and like you jump into the people you're going against so that they can get fall off or go on a different route so you could pass them. How about you, Carmelo? What's your top ones?
mine's are gonna be the wrestling games, all three of them. Then you're gonna have Mario 64 because it was the first game. I remember when I first got my 64. I didn't need a game for a while because it kept you busy because it had that many boards. 007 was good to play in a group, but I never really got into it to playing it alone.
You never beat it?
Nah, it was a game that I enjoyed more playing with people. So, and like you guys were saying, like at the time, they were like, we had like so many systems out at the same time that I would spend my time playing with other ones. And then when you guys came over or I went to your guys' house, then that was the system that we might not have started off with the 64, but we were going to end the night playing 64. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
It's like 4 a.m.
Because you remember when you had like, if it was 5 people, then one person had to give it up. So you tried your best not to lose. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that made the difference. Like, yo, I don't want to lose. And then you remember who was it? Whoever got pinned, that's who gave up the remote.
Yeah.
So when we used to go to Josue's house, we used to make sure we kept Josue on the sticks because it was like, all right, we're going to pin the person that's not Josue. So, because Josue was the worst one. So you wanted him to stay on. Yeah, that shit used to be grimy back then, bro. So yeah, I would say those games.
Yeah, real quick, while you keep going. Remember, even when the Dreamcast was out, we would play Marvel vs. Capcom, and then as soon as we play like an hour of that, we jump right back onto the 64.
Yeah.
To play the rest of it.
And to think of it, not to get off topic, but Dreamcast have 4 ports. Did it have many games?
It
did it have many games?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, no, I'm saying it did, but
we used to play a bunch of them too.
Power Stone was one of them.
But when we do the Dreamcast episode, you'll see when you're doing your research and looking up the games and stuff, you'll notice a lot of them that we played.
Off the top, I remember 2K when you used to shoot the second free throw that you could dunk it. I remember that.
For the Dreamcast, I remember.
Yeah, for the Dreamcast.
I remember Ryan.com.
Yeah. Right.
How about you, Chad?
I said it. I would probably say the wrestling games are up there. Definitely Ocarina of Time, Mario 64. Also, I got to give a shout out to Carmelo. You actually mentioned like Banjo Kazooie. I got to say those games are really good and slept on. So salute to that studio, Rare.
Because
that like Conquer. That's another game that I feel like as kids.
They did GoldenEye and Perfect Dark.
Yeah, no business playing like those games because like Conquer was like a crazy game when you really go.
That was like an adult game almost.
It
the
was.
way you talk, and it was like censored.
But
He was
Banjo was
cursing.
also kind of
It
like
was.
an adult because of the way how they talked and stuff like that, the dialogue.
Yeah, it was. But those games are really, really good. So I would definitely give those a shout out. But I would say the wrestling games, those rare titles, and Mario and Zelda and Wave Race is like hitting in there too, Danny. I forgot how good that game was, but the game was fire. All right, what about you, Harry? I never mind, but I'm sorry.
Your F-Zero wasn't that bad either.
No, it wasn't. Wilson had
Yeah, F-Zero was good.
that. Well, of course, the wrestling games, Cruising, both of them, GoldenEye, Perfect Dark, and Star Fox was one of my favorites on there.
Keep forgetting
I
Star
beat
Fox,
that
man.
a lot. Yeah, and the Pokemon games.
Yo, I remember us playing Perfect Dark, but we didn't. We always went back to 007 because it felt kind of cheesy. Perfect. You remember they had the gun that you could see through the walls?
The alien gun,
The
yeah.
fly swatter,
so
the fly swatter.
Yeah. So you just go to the corner and just.
Or
It's
the
a sniper.
shotgun,
It's a sniper X-ray gun.
The
Yeah.
shotgun when you you go through the doors and somebody's there with you, but you have the shotgun and it instantly kills them with one hit.
Yep. Yeah.
No, remember that submachine weapon that you could put it also as a drone on the
The
wall?
club. Oh nah.
No, not the club.
The
Nah,
club.
that's GoldenEye.
That shit was
That shit was
trash.
whack. That shit just misses even while standing
Yeah,
still.
I remember that was like kind of like a suitcase type that
The
you
laptop
could put
gun. It was a
yeah.
laptop.
Yeah, the
gun.
laptop. Yeah, the laptop. Yeah, it felt
Yeah.
cheesy. It was
And
like,
look, you could pick up a gun that you could put it on the floor back and make it look like you could pick it up and it's a bomb.
yeah.
It turns into like a mine, but it's the form of a gun. So you think you're gonna pick up a gun and it just blows you up. So
Like
it
a
just lose.
decoy.
But yeah, that gun that they talk about is a sniper X-ray gun, and you could snipe zooming in through walls to shoot them through the walls. I never seen nothing like that ever since that game. They
Remember
never
when you
did
try
it.
to look at the person's screen to see where they hiding, but you'd be in the corner just facing the wall so they couldn't tell you
Yeah,
were.
so they catch you when somebody else catches you from the back, you're just facing the wall.
Yeah. Just catch you there, just ducking, just looking at the corner, like yo.
Yeah, so those are pretty much it. Of course, the Zelda games. I think those are the games that we mentioned are mostly everybody's favorites.
Yeah,
I think everybody's list are almost similar. If you do a top 10, like 80% of that list is the same.
yeah, that's true.
And you remember before you end this, the 64 came out in the different colors, not just the cartridges, the system itself.
Yeah.
They had the gold, the
purple
jungle
one,
green.
yeah,
Yeah, and the controllers too. Yeah.
Yo, the purple one
controllers.
was nice.
where it was like see through,
translucent.
right? It
Yeah,
was like
I like-
translucent purple one.
I like the teal one. The teal one was nice. That was like
Yeah.
aqua color.
yeah,
and
the
the
red,
jungle
they had
green.
the red.
The jungle green came with Donkey Kong 64.
Yeah, and then they had the Pikachu one, the Pokemon
I
one.
think
That was, but
The
it wasn't
Pikachu, yes.
translucent. It was solid with the yellow,
his cheeks light up.
with blue with yellow. Yeah,
Hey
He's
yo.
around it.
Hey,
He said,
yo,
"Yo,"
God said his shit.
A
What?
fork? What?
he said, "Mo cheeks, mo cheeks."
He said they light up. Like that sounded
Mr.
crazy.
Cheeks. Hey yo.
Yeah,
So,
you
I
remember
know
Mo
we're-
cheeks?
I do.
Yeah.
Why they let you call? Why they was calling him that, man? Maurice.
Yeah, Maurice
That's
cheeks.
because they used to tell him, yo, give me some more cheeks.
Give me mo cheeks.
Give me more cheeks. Bring your cheeks over here.
Yeah, this is mad cheeks.
So I know we're missing a few games that we haven't mentioned, but before we wrap things up, we want to hear from you guys. What's your favorite N64 game of all time, and where does the N64 rank on your greatest consoles ever list? Drop your answer in the comments. We will read every one of them and love hearing your memories and options. Thanks for listening. Peace out.